out towards the north of Collins, you need to be in your safe spot. Areas around Sunset Road, you got to go ahead and be in that safe spot, you know, and even out towards where the Ford dealership is, right there when you come in. This is in the path of this tornado right now, out towards Woolwine Forge. You cannot miss that building when you go from Hattiesburg into Collins. It is literally the first thing you will see there near Cola Road. But this is it. We are tracking this tornado, which is about to cross Highway 84 near Williamsburg momentarily. And this is as real as it gets at this time. And you need to be into your safe spot. This is disconcerting information. The ham radio operator in Collins is reporting debris falling from the clouds north of the intersection of 84 and 49. And sometimes this is what you see in very strong supercells that have already ingested and produced a lot of damage, is that debris goes up. Well, what goes up has to come back down, and it usually falls back out in front of the storm. So we are seeing debris now falling in the city of Collins as this thing is still most likely producing a tornado. And we're still watching this very carefully at the moment. That debris signature is kind of washed out a little bit. Quickly, I want to talk about this one down near Darburn. We're still watching this. We still have a very large tornado on the ground in Darburn, and this is going to be crossing 587 near Red Bluff. So this is going almost directly following the other cell. So near Red Bluff, probably about a mile south of the original cell, but we have a large tornado on the ground now moving out of Walthall County into northwestern Marion County at the moment. So this is continuing to move up towards the north and east. What I'm going to do now, Riley, you're just going to stay with the Collins storm right now. Let us know if anything changes. All right. And that way, we're not getting snuck up on by one or the other, because I do want these people in Marion County who just got hit to know that there is another one on the way. Marion County, emergency services, if you are listening, you need to recall your first responders if they have been out to these areas. They have got to leave and go back to shelter. This is heading directly for them once again. We don't want any first responders out here right now. You need to be recalled and go out of the area, because we have this new tornado warning, this new tornado that is doing significant damage near Holly Springs Road, Morgantown Road, and it is about to cross over 587 at Red Bluff. So here's where Red Bluff is. That's where everybody goes hiking, and we had one person had to get rescued there the other day, but this is where that is. So again, this is not in Columbia. This is going to stay well north of you, but we're talking about out towards Pine Grove Church Road, Holly Springs Road, Morgantown Road, and 587 near Red Bluff. That is where this tornado is getting ready to cross once again. So again, this is yeah, okay. I just
saw it. That's a big tornado.
Yeah. This just came in massive. It's a picture of the tornado. I can't show it to you right now, but it is a picture of the tornado that was near Tylertown, and it was massive. So we're going to work on that. It was just tweeted towards me. So there you go. And Emily in the newsroom, if y'all want to work on getting that, y'all can. So yeah, what are you seeing with the storm? I know they just said something in chat about the Covington County storm, Riley.
So right now they are noting that this is possibly recycling again. So right now they don't see a TDS on this tornado in Covington County, but they are noting, please do not let your guard down. You can see where that wall cloud is. Like, look how big that is.
Yeah. That is exactly what we're looking at. So this black part right here, that's the hood of the camera right now. So that's it. And then this right here is the beginning of the wall cloud. So this right here, we're beginning to enter the jaws of the storm. And again, we're still looking up towards the north right now. If anything is to happen, it's going to be just to the west of this camera. So we're starting to see windy conditions there. And things are definitely beginning to go downhill at our Collins camera right now. And Riley, how far away is the area of rotation from this part?
Probably less than about a mile, maybe.
Okay, so
maybe a mile.
So right now, I think they're looking up towards the north with this camera, and I'm gonna quickly just switch over to the radar real fast. I just want to see where the rotation is in relation to this. It's basically down 84, and it is about getting ready to cross over. So this will be heading directly towards this camera very, very shortly. So we'll switch back over to the camera right now. Again, we don't see any debris signature with this one cell in Collins, but of course we are still watching things very carefully. MDOT is watching things, and there is a shot. So this right here is looking northbound, and the if we have anything, it's going to be coming just towards the west or from the left side of this screen. So MDOT, if you're listening, pan it to the west-ish, please, and thank you. It always helps to be polite, folks. And so we're still watching this right here, but this is definitely, oh Lord, this is not what you want to see right now when you are about 2 miles away, is all this traffic. And this is not just a couple of cars, this is a lot of traffic on the road right now in Collins. And so you do not need to be on the road in Collins anywhere with this storm. And again, this is something that is very dangerous, and that area of rotation is approaching this location right now. So it'll actually be coming from the left to the right, and we're already starting to see those sheets of heavy rain move in across the area, as you can see just off on the horizon. So this is not too far away at the moment, and we do have a tornado still reported on the ground with this one. So they are continuing the wording, even though the debris signature is kind of lifted for a moment. I'm still not, well,
what's that?
No, I think that's in the wrong spot. It is. It's a false echo. It would have to show up near Williamsburg for it to be there. But this is where that camera is that we're looking, and it's looking northwest. So that rotation is going to be crossing right at that camera location here momentarily. Nick, do you have something new?
I do. I can see that they're going to be planning on continuing both tornado warnings. That's going to be the tornado warning with the considerable tag attached to it. That's Lawrence, Jefferson Davis, and Marion. You are going to be under that considerable tag for the tornado warning. They're continuing both that one as well as the tornado warning over in Smith, Covington, and Jones. So both of these storms are currently still showing signs of their capability literally in real time as they cycle and sort of kind of come in and out in different phases here. So this is going to be something that, you know, we just have to continue to watch with these storms showing their signs of periodic healthiness, for lack of a better term, with all this as we speak.
All right, so the rotation is now moving over this camera location in Collins. That's what it looks like looking southbound back towards Hattiesburg. This is the northbound side, and the northbound camera is able to be moved. So, and this really points out a good point, folks. It's going to be hard pressed to find these tornadoes at times because they are going to become rain wrapped. And if this one is on the ground, it is rain wrapped. So again, we're not going to be able to get a good visual on this. I mean, it would have to come down to this road and stop at the red light for us to see it almost. This is something that we're just going to have to kind of contend with for today. But again, the rotation is right on top of this Skycam location right now. And of course, if we see anything suspicious, we'll let you know. But I do want to go back down to the one in Morgantown. It just crossed the Pearl River near near Red Bluff. The TDS is not as solid, and the rotation is less impressive at the moment. So this one too, yeah, this one too may be cycling at the moment. It is on top of Red Bluff and Goss right now. It's about to be on top of Society Hill. So this is now in extreme northwestern Marion County and about to move into Jefferson Davis County. Red Bluff, Society Hill, Goss. You all need to be into your safe spot right now. And I would agree with Daniel. This right here, Daniel is, by the way, the meteorologist at the Weather Service in Jackson. Been good friends with him for almost 15 years now. And look at this. Yeah, this is definitely beginning to slowly fall apart just a little bit. It may not be permanent, and that's why I caution it. Yeah, the debris signature with that is still there, but it's definitely not as apparent. So we may be seeing a little bit of a lifting here happening at this moment. But again, we can't take our foot off the gas just yet because I quickly want to show you what is coming down the line from the south. We got more supercells heading our way. We got a third supercell now. This one is on the Mississippi-Louisiana line. This would be west of Kentwood and west of Osaka. So this one may take a more track closer towards maybe Pike County Speedway and out towards Macomb. Then we also have another one down into portions of Tangipahoa Parish and Washington Parish. Should that one hold together, it eventually may move into southern Marion County and Lamar County. These are still hours away. That one at least is still an hour away because it's still down towards the radar site in Hammond. But at least you get an idea. We are tracking multiple supercells already down towards the south and west, and things are slowly beginning to go downhill at the moment. So things are quickly going downhill, and unfortunately it's going to be a long day for us all here across the area. Nick, have you seen anything new so far?
Right now I'm looking from Daniel's information that we were talking about there with the TDS basically kind of making its way across the Pearl River there at the Red Bluffs. But of course, you know, we're looking at northern Covington County very carefully. It may be getting ready to produce something. We're just going to have to continue to watch that since it's a little messy at times. But even then, there are times when we look for that tighter strengthening, the tighter circulation, if you will, to become more defined, like we've seen at various intervals. So with northern Covington County and, of course, that other storm there in Marion, we got to watch both of those to make sure, because all things considered, these storms, I mean, they have proved time and time again. And especially, this is a hallmark for days like this where we can see the cycling all in the span of, you know, say 30 minutes, an hour's time, sometimes more with these types of setups. Yeah, and this is something that we're just going to be dealing with for the rest of the afternoon, unfortunately. The rotation now has moved north of Collins. It's now over towards Salem. So we're getting ready to have this out towards Hot Coffee at 532, State Road 532 out there. And we're just about to see a new sweep come in, and this will show us the new data once that white line sweeps across the screen. Yes, Riley?
It's getting a lot tighter.
Yeah.
The Weather Service has noted that it is trying to produce another tornado, so this is wrapping up. I have very, very good friends near Salem School Road. Please take shelter. This is not something to play with. If you live near anywhere Hot Coffee, please, I've been through Hot Coffee so many times, and along Highway 37, Gilmore Road, Vester Pickering Road, Jones Chapel Road. I need you guys to hear me. Please, please, please take shelter. This is not something to take lightly. This has a history of producing a tornado, and you just need to treat it that it's a tornado on the ground right now. Circle Road and, of course, Hopewell Road, of course, near the elementary school. It'll be very, very, very close, if not basically on top of you. Highway 532, you need to go ahead and take shelter now. We're going to draw this out just a little bit. Hebron, it's going to be north of you, but we're going to kind of draw this out for Jones County and, of course, Smith County as well. Hot Coffee 201, Summerland 211, Gaetano around 213. So this will be very, very near those areas in just a very short time. This is quickly wrapping up again, and I think it's definitely trying, Patrick, unfortunately. It's definitely trying to wrap up extremely.
Yeah, and you know, looking at it on velocity right now, if you take a wider look, you can definitely see where these two cells are. They definitely stand out on the map from everything else. So as you can see, very tight rotation developing once again just to the north of Collins. We got another area of tighter rotation. It's not as tight as it has been, but these are the two strongest storms out there at the moment, and they're moving off towards the north and east. This one, should it hold together and do something, it would be heading towards Hot Coffee and eventually Taylorsville. Taylorsville notable, of course, because that is the headquarters for Southern Pine Electric. And then, of course, this other one, should this hold together, would be heading directly towards Bassfield again. Oh, and if that wasn't enough, down towards the south, we have this one out near Osika and out towards Gillsburg. That'll be heading near Pike County Speedway, Holmesville. And should that one hold together, that'll move into Walthall County and follow these two supercells. And then we got another area of rotation down in Tangipahoa Parish near Hammond. Should this one hold together, it'll eventually move into southern Marion County. So things are quickly, you know, going downhill. Basically we are a truck running downhill and there are no brakes. So this is going to be something that we're just going to have to deal with as the conditions quickly devolve here across the area. And in fact, I'm looking at the what the Weather Service just said. Covington County storm continues to quickly reorganize. A new strong tornado could produce at any moment. Heading for southern Smith would be close to the northwest Jones County line. So we're talking about areas that would be mainly near to the north of Hebron. But Taylorsville and Stringer, you need to be into your safe spot right now. And in fact, I'm gonna put this on velocity and just kind of give you a path cast with this. So we are talking very closely moving into Hot Coffee at 2:03. That's only about 3 minutes away. Taylorsville at 2:10, Summerlin at 2:11, Gitano at 2:13, and Stringer at 2:20. So Stringer, you got a little bit of time. You're officially not under a tornado warning right now, but you know, I don't see how this would not, they would not issue a tornado warning for you eventually.
Hey, Patrick, they have noted a area of a TDS west of Hot Coffee. So unfortunately, they are noting that this is on the ground again.
Yeah, I see that now. That is not what you want to see.
No, unfortunately.
Hot Coffee's not a big place. There's only the small gas station, the McDonald's gas station, not the Arches, but the family McDonald's who own that, and that's it. But this is out near Vester Pickering Road and towards Gilmer Road, just as Riley said. And that debris signature that we are looking at is right here. So that would be where that debris signature is on radar at the moment as this moves up towards the north and east. So it's getting ready to cross Gilmer Road. And again, it's now just to the north of 532 and moving northeast. So that right there definitely correlates. We do have a new tornado on the ground near Hot Coffee. Nick, has there been anything coming out of the for that one warning that is down in northern Marion County, moving into Jefferson Davis County?
I'm looking for that right now. Of course, everybody's looking at the action there in Covington, I think, because it's producing the most likely outcome right now. But I don't see much from that other storm for now. I think that we're all kind of looking at several storms, because basically you can see here that we have several warnings that are ongoing. So of course, all of these, when they're cycling, some of them, several could be cycling all at once. And so it's, pretend like you've got you've got your clown, you're juggling the balls, right? Well, it's the same way with these sort of folks at the National Weather Service, like we're talking to you right now. We've got various different, metaphorical balls here that we're juggling. And so that's going to be something that we're going to have to continue to watch, not only with one as it kind of continues to do so, but some of them, even for a moment, if we take our eyes away from it, sometimes they have been known to produce, various issues along various timelines. You can see here, we've got several circulations on the radar that Patrick will actually be able to indicate to you in just a moment, but this is one of those days, folks, where this is the drill. This is the cards we are dealt, and this is what is ongoing with several circulations producing these tornado warnings, if not something more potent in the area.
Yeah, and so as you just saw with Nick, here's kind of a bigger blow up of what we were just showing in his monitor. You know, these are 3 cells that we're just able to see from the Jackson radar site that are as plain as day. So the environment is super conductive for severe weather, and then there's another one that's just to the south, that's close to the Hammond radar site at the moment. Again, both of these storms, the one that is about to move into Bassfield real fast, I just want to give you an update. The rotation is still pretty decent here. There is no debris signature with this at the moment, but it could tornado at any time. It could drop another one near Society Hill Road and Green Creek Road, just to the south and west of Bassfield. So that is something that we're going to watch very carefully right there. And that would be heading directly towards, it would be, I think, a little bit closer towards Bassfield as compared to Carson. And then, of course, we're still watching the tornado on the ground near Hot Coffee. And this is going to go directly over Taylorsville. So Southern Pine Electric. I hope everyone, I mean, I've been to your headquarters. I know that y'all have bunkers. Go ahead and use them, because this one's heading directly towards you right now. If it doesn't hit downtown Taylorsville, it's going to go just south by maybe a quarter to a half a mile. But tornado on the ground near Gilmer Road and Hot Coffee, and this continues to move up towards the north and east. And so we're still watching that at the moment with this storm. So this is a confirmed tornado, and they have just issued a new tornado warning for the storm that is about to move over Bassfield. And they're saying that this one is on the ground too. So Collins, you're back under a tornado warning again. And the same thing with you, Seminary, as well. And this will include, no, it does not include northern Lamar County. So this is going to be just to the north of Sumrall. But again, we got multiple tornado warnings, and they're issuing downstream now. So this is the one near Bassfield. It is coming back downstream. Williamsburg, Collins, eventually you're going to be in the path of this storm once again. Same thing with Seminary. But again, the one that I'm more worried about right now is this one up here that most likely has a debris signature. Yeah, it's got a big tornado on the ground with it near Taylorsville. So, and again, it's 3 miles south of Taylorsville, and it is moving northeast. Nick?
I can rattle off some quick landmarks for
Yes.
you in Taylorsville if you need it. Of course, I know that we were talking about Southern Pine Electric on the western fringe of Taylorsville, but in Taylorsville proper, which is going to be under the gun for this particular circulation, we've got things like the Piggly Wiggly. We've got the Wards, of course. Yes, a Pine Belt staple there. The DG Market, that's Dollar General Market on the southern fringe of downtown. The Piggly Wiggly, the First Baptist Church, the O'Reilly Auto Parts, all of those sorts of areas. If you happen to be in Taylorsville proper, along Highway 28 there, Front Street, where it meets Pine Street there, right there in the core of Taylorsville and the surrounding immediate area. This is where you need to be in your safe place. You can see very clearly here on our correlation coefficient that the debris is being detected with this particular storm once again. So there you go. You got a few landmarks in Taylorsville. Once again, you guys need to be in your safe space as we speak.
Yeah, and this right here is a for real deal kind of situation, folks. Tornado is crossing 37 right now. It appears to be a large tornado doing so at Ben Stroud Road and Gregg Road. So to give you an idea, this right here, wow, that's worse than the previous scan. I didn't think that was possible. That's way worse. So we have an even bigger tornado, and this is going into Taylorsville. So here is the grid of downtown Taylorsville. This is it. It is on top of 37. This is a large tornado in Taylorsville. You got to be in your safe spot right now if you are in Taylorsville. We have a large tornado moving through downtown Taylorsville right now. 37 and 28, that's the main crossroads, and it is on top of you right now, producing massive damage in Taylorsville. So large tornado on the ground in Taylorsville, producing significant damage. You notice how we saw not only a blow up in size of this debris signature, but we saw a deepening of the blues. And now that we're leaving more of the wooded areas, we're starting to move into towns. There are houses, there are chicken farms, there's everything that's been out there that is now being picked up by this tornado. So we are seeing a lot more debris lofted inside of this storm. Large tornado on the ground in Taylorsville right now, in downtown Taylorsville. So this is it. This is not the time to go looking. This is it. The tornado is on the ground in Taylorsville, 37 and 28. That's the crossroads. And again, this is producing massive damage in downtown Taylorsville right now. So you've got to be into your safe spot right now. Again, large tornado producing damage on the ground in Taylorsville. You've got to be in that severe weather safe spot right now as this moves up towards the north and towards the east. So a very dangerous storm here at the moment, a very large debris signature with it. Quickly, I want to go back to make sure I don't see any debris signatures with the other one coming out of Bassfield. I don't, so we're just going to stay with the Taylorsville storm until somebody says otherwise. So the Taylorsville storm, this is on the ground. This is as real as it gets, folks. So we're talking about Campbell Street, 28, Highway 28. It's going to be crossing you very momentarily near the river, and then 531 as well. So this is moving directly over 28 and 531. It's heading directly towards you. County Road 4, County Road 1, County Road 8A1, and County Road 3 are all in the path of this storm, and basically everybody in downtown Taylorsville is as well. This is a serious situation, large confirmed tornado on the ground in downtown Taylorsville, Mississippi at the moment. And that debris signature is pretty wide. That is a debris signature which on this radar is about 2 miles wide. I'm not saying that the tornado is 2 miles wide, but it's big. It is big because once this gets into the height of the radar beam, it's several thousand feet in the air, and you start to see a little bit of spreading. So this is a very large tornado doing significant damage in Taylorsville right now. So we're talking about Granville Street, we're talking about 28, 531 and 28. That is where we're seeing this tornado heading, and we'll get a new scan here coming up in just a minute. It appears we got a new warning coming out, or at least an update with this warning coming out. I'm going to take it that this is going to be a new tornado warning coming down the line for Clark and Jasper County for the tornado that we are watching right now. So that goes until 3:15. So of course we're still watching it right now. I'm going to go back over to the radar site that we were looking at and zoom back in. So we're heading back over towards Taylorsville. At the moment, we got a large debris signature. Oh God, it went right over Taylorsville. It went right over Taylorsville. Oh dear God. Oh Lord, be with them people right now. It went right over Taylorsville. It went right over the whole gridded city of Taylorsville. We still have a large tornado on the ground. This is now moving north. That is not what I wanted to see happen today. But this is still a large tornado, and Taylorsville, for all intents and purposes, you don't need to go there. I can only imagine that Smith County officials are about to have to start doing search and rescue in Taylorsville because that debris ball went right over the city. Lord. And it's so large now, so everything in the gridded part of Taylorsville may have been hit. It may have went directly over downtown Taylorsville, so this is not good. Somebody, if you're watching, say a prayer for them because Lord knows they need it right now. And this is continuing to move north now. So it's now on the north side of Taylorsville, a very large tornado, very large and destructive tornado. It is getting ready to cross 531 right now. It's crossing over the river at this moment, and this will be moving into areas pretty soon. Should it continue on this track, we could be looking at maybe Bay Springs heading into this one. And this one's actually taking a little bit more of a northerly jog. It definitely took a northward jog as it moved over Taylorsville. Silver Bay Academy at 224, Bay Springs at 225, Lake Como at 228, Stevens 229, and Acme at 231. So if you're in Bay Springs, you need to go ahead and be getting ready because this one is going to be close. This is going to be coming directly towards the city of Bay Springs, Mississippi. You need to be into your safe spot right now. Again, tornado warning continues for not only Smith County, but for Bay Springs as well. This is heading directly into Jasper County, western Jasper County. It's going to be taking the road between Taylorsville, 531. It's almost following 531, heading up towards the Bay Springs area. Nick, do you have something new going on?
I think you're absolutely right. While you're talking about Bay Springs, I'm going to give you guys a few things there in Bay Springs, and of course just to the west as well. We were just talking about Silva Bay Academy there at 531, the intersection of 531 and Highway 18, but that also includes the Bay Springs RV Park, the Bay Springs Assembly of God, and then of course you have a lot of the other locations there in Bay Springs proper that are going to be, you have to make sure that you're in your safe place for this as well. That includes the Sonic, the Papa Do's Pizza there, Jasper County Extension, you've got Fajita Grill there, the Mexican restaurant, Bay Springs school systems, you've got the middle school and of course the high school there as well. So everybody, if you're in Bay Springs or just west of it, near that intersection of 531 and 18 there at the Bay Springs Assembly of God, or areas like the New Zion Missionary Baptist Church and those sorts of folks in that immediate vicinity, this is going to be a dangerous situation that is literally we're watching unfold in real time.
Yeah, and you know, we're still watching this right now, and we're switching over to generator power. So that's why our lights just flickered. So we are, the storms are now getting close enough that we're not going to deal with the flickering in this moment. So we are switching over to generator power now, so that if we do eventually lose power, we will be okay and we won't have to worry about it. So we are now operating on generator power as a precautionary measure here at WDAM. Riley, has there been anything new coming out with any of these cells down in Louisiana or anything like that?
Out in Louisiana, no. They are still continuing tornado warnings into Pike and Walthall County right now with this back tornado warning. Of course, kind of back over in here towards Macomb Summit. They're going to continue this tornado warning to Walthall, but that's about it right now. They're still saying observed tornado near Bassfield. So it'd be near Santee Methodist Road, North Williamsburg Road. So, I mean, just right there, almost took a southerly turn than the last tornado warned storm. So if you live anywhere near North Williamsburg Road, Lake Mike Connor Road, Highway 49, of course, anywhere between Collins and Seminary on Highway 49, go ahead and take cover now. I'm going to draw a cone right now. So Collins, you have until 2:30, Salem 2:34. Seminary, let's only give you to about 2:30 as well, because right now it's just taking a more southerly turn than the last one. But other than that, that's basically all we have right now coming out that's new. We're going to see the Taylorsville tornado will pass very close to Bay Springs if the current path holds. There are two areas near the Jeff Davis Covington County line, one just south of Lone Star and another north of Bassfield near the Santee community. So we have two areas of rotation back here in Jeff Davis County that will cross into Covington County just shortly.
Yeah, Riley, and I was just looking here on Analyst Doppler radar with this storm. This is rotation. The wind shear rotational product with this storm is not far away from Bay Springs. So this really kind of clears it up sometimes when you get a lot of things going on, just having a basic color, and you can see this is where this tornado is at the moment. It is, again, following the state road between Taylorsville and Bay Springs, and you just see it switched over to a debris signature icon there. So this is heading directly towards Bay Springs. We have a large tornado on the southwest side of Bay Springs now. This is going to be coming into areas around Bay Sylvia Academy, Silva Bay, which is right here. Here is Bay Springs, and this is heading directly towards the city of Bay Springs. So we got a confirmed tornado now heading directly towards Bay Springs at this juncture, and the debris signature is still there at the moment. It's riding up 531, and it's getting very close. It's 531 in County Road 80, and again, this is going to be heading directly towards Silva Bay Academy and Bay Springs. So you need to be into your safe spot right now if if you are in any of those locations that I just mentioned. So let me show you what we're talking about. Silva Bay Academy at 224, the city of Bay Springs at 222 Silva Bay, 224 Bay Springs, and then Stevens at 227. So again, this is a confirmed tornado right now on the ground with this storm, and it is moving up towards the north and towards the east here. This is a very dangerous situation, so you got to be in your safe spot right now, Bay Springs, because this storm has a history of producing damage. Not only does it have a history, it is producing damage right now. This is a confirmed live tornado on the ground. So live and on the ground tornado riding along 531. If you live on 531 at all, if you live within a mile of 531, it is directly on top of you. It is going to be following along, and it's coming directly towards Bay Springs. So everybody in Bay Springs, Jasper County government, you need to be ready. This is coming directly towards you, a large confirmed tornado. It's only a couple of minutes away from Bay Springs. You probably only got about 7 to 8 minutes until it arrives at your location with this storm. And I'm looking around to see if anything new has come out. Well, go ahead, Riley.
So I've just noticed on debris detection, there is another drop almost with this tornado warned storm near Blackjack New Chapel Road. I mean, this is very, very near to some of the places that were already under that threat earlier. But we're going to call out some road names again: Lake Mike Connor Road, McDonald Chapel Road. You guys need to be in a safe place now. This is a tornado that is trying to cycle. We still have a very apparent tight signature on this cell, so it is trying to cycle again, and it's trying to drop another tornado, very likely into Covington County. Now, Jefferson Davis County, you are good right now at the moment. This has now crossed into Covington County, so Covington County, this is now your threat. Again, I'm going to take this a little bit to the north and east here a little bit. I mean, it is just right. It's going to be pretty much Williamsburg 225, 231 for Collins, and 232 for Colas. So if you live anywhere near these areas, take cover now. As well, if you're on Highway 49 and Highway 84, pull off, get to a safe place now. Do not be, I beg of you, please do not drive in this storm. We saw several cars earlier driving along 49 and 49 and 84 in Covington County earlier. I do not want to see that again. Please, please, please pull over if you can, or if you know someone traveling this area as well. We're gonna go back up. This tornado near Smith County, it's about to cross into Jasper County. I mean, it's coming right towards Silva Bay and Bay Springs, unfortunately. Near 531 County Road 1515, as well as Silva Bay Academy, Bay Springs, County Road 93, County Road 531-6. If you live anywhere near these areas, Smith County, Jasper County, you need to be taking shelter now. There's still a drop, and I think we're just getting another scan in here, and it's about to cross into Jasper County, unfortunately. So Bay Springs specifically, you do not have time. You need to be in your safe place now. This is not something to play around with. Guys, are y'all seeing anything new over chat and any of these other tornado warnings?
I'm looking out in New Orleans, actually. I know that we were looking at various storms that had definitive circulations, not only in the Pine Belt proper, but approaching the Pine Belt. And at least as of right now, we're not anticipating, according to the National Weather Service, that is, we're not anticipating any downstream tornado warnings for the Pike, Walthall sort of area. And of course, that storm there in Washington Parish that is eventually approaching areas like Marion. So once again, for now, we're not expecting any downstream warnings from the stuff coming out of Louisiana approaching the Pine Belt. But there, as you can see right now, both Patrick and Riley are working very hard. They're showing all of the detail of everything that's going on just right here in the Pine Belt proper, beyond just southeast Louisiana and the stuff that's making its way gradually towards Mississippi.
Yeah, and that may be a temporary thing. The storm is not down there. That is in Tangipahoa Parish, that is just south of Walthall County. It's actually in Washington Parish now. Has not been very healthy over the last little bit, so it may be a temporary thing, but it could spin up We've been watching these cells produce tornadoes over near Hot Coffee and near Collins, and as Riley's just noted, debris signature just to the west of Collins now. So Williamsburg, this is getting bigger. This is a larger debris signature now. So Nick, you got something?
No, I'm looking right now. I was looking at the correlation coefficient that you were showing there. Of course, it's as definitive as it gets, but you can see here that, of course, the TDS, that's literally what you're seeing right behind me. The tornadic debris signature, correlation coefficient, debris detector, whatever you want to call it, it's all known by something very similar. This blue square here, this is going to be as definitive as it gets when it comes to things like that. And of course, that's going to be west of Collins coming into Williamsburg. You can see we're following a very similar path here as Patrick just indicated. So with this strengthening, with this cycling, I know that we've obviously talked about cycling before, but it's one of those days, folks, where this is going to be something that we will just continue to see until it leaves our area for good. But there's a long time between now and then, at least as of now.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, Patrick.
Go for it.
This is my hometown. I have a little heart here for this along. So if you're along Highway 84 near the Williamsburg community, if you live anywhere near Knight Lane, Collins Spencer Road, or Williamsburg Road, Old McIntosh Road, and Marion Road, you need to take shelter now. This is a large tornado on the ground coming towards you. This is as bad as it gets, folks. You need to take cover now. Again, that's Old McIntosh Road, Old or Williamsburg Road, Highway 84, and then of course the actual city of Collins. This is a large tornado, and this is a very, very definitive debris signature on the ground now. So you need to be in your tornado. I cannot stress this enough to my Collins people, my Covenant County people. You need to take shelter now. You have to take shelter now. This is not something to play around with. This is a huge debris signature that I'm seeing on radar. This is not indicative of how big the tornado is, but we are getting huge debris signature. Again, Sunset Williamsburg Road, Campbell Failer Road, Lake Mike Connor Road, or Williamsburg Road, Sunset Road, Old McIntosh Road, and then of course the city of Collins now. As you can see right behind me, I'm gonna try and move a little bit to where you guys can see. This is not something to play around with. This is literally going through the area where I grew up. This is literally, so you can imagine the feeling I'm feeling right now, because this is, again, where I grew up. I lived on Oral Williamsburg Road, and I have family on Old McIntosh Road and Sunset Road, and I got several family and friends in Collins, Mooney Road. Mooney Road, please take cover now at this time. This is just not something to play around with, guys. I cannot stress this enough. This is a very, very dangerous and life-threatening situation.
Nick has something.
Yes, absolutely, Riley. I know that this is something that's near and dear, and I will keep it brief so that way you guys can continue here. But I know you were probably curious about how high some of the debris was being lofted. Right now, we've got 12,000, possibly 15,000 feet. So this is something that, once again, the tornado is here, and it's going to be affecting the folks in Covington County for the duration of however long it's on the ground during this current cycle.
MDOT, we're watching this camera right now. This is going to be very close to this camera momentarily. So basically, if you're in Collins, you have a large tornado on the ground, and it is coming up 84. So it's going to pass nearby this camera momentarily. So MDOT, if you are listening again, can you just scan and pan for me on the western horizon, and just kind of keep going back and forth, please, and thank you, because it always helps be nice. But it's coming directly towards this camera location right now, and again, we are watching things very carefully here, and it's going to be happening momentarily at this spot. Riley, how far away is it from, if you were to draw on yours, how far away is it from that the intersection of 84 and 40?
Probably about 2 to 3 miles.
2 to 3 miles.
Probably about 2 to 3 miles.
So it's going to be very close. And as you can see, where we're going to see it is going to be right in here. It's going to be over here on the left side of your screen. And the thing to consider, all right, so we just got a new warning coming out. that's going to be a new tornado warning. What is that going to be for, Nick?
I'm looking right now. I'm waiting for that update to come in
Okay.
a moment now. Of course, I will say though that the warning that was down in Washington Parish, Louisiana, has been canceled. So definitely something to keep in mind there. But still, we've got active weather here in the Pine Belt that we are looking at. We're waiting to see what's going on. You can see here, of course, the tornado warning. They have now issued a tornado warning. You've got Lincoln, Lawrence, Jefferson Davis, and Marion. And of course, this current warning, this is going to be in effect until 3:30 p.m. So that's an hour and 3 minutes from now as we speak.
All right, and it's right there at that camera spot. So we're watching this very carefully at the moment. Things are continuing to devolve here, and I'm going over to our MDOT camera because it's going to pass just in front of it. It's going to pass directly in front of it. Come on, load up. There we go. So it's going to be very close here, and we're going to see it in just a moment as we take a look right now. So I'm going to step off the screen right here because we're watching this carefully. This is coming into downtown Collins, and it's about to be there. In fact, we're scanning the horizon right now. We're looking for it. It's heading directly towards this camera. It may be rain wrapped, but I think that it appears to be large enough on the debris signature that this will be, visible. And I think we may be looking at it. There's a little bit of motion here with the clouds. It's kind of hard to see. But there is a little bit of contrast here. So I think that we are looking at it. I feel if it's going to be anywhere, it's going to be here. This would make sense because this is moving into the western side of Collins right now. So right in this area where MDOT is looking is where it's most likely going to be. Okay, that's a raindrop. All right, I thought I saw something over there, but it's a raindrop. So, this one could be rain wrapped as well, but you can definitely see there is a lowering here of the clouds. We are watching this again. So 49 at 84, nobody should be here at the moment. We're just gonna stay with this shot right now because this is the Collins MDOT camera and we're looking at where it should be touching down. It's hard to see. And like I said, this is never going to be the day like we saw in Columbia where we can look at it from 3 to 4 miles away and be very confident of what we are seeing. But this is a indicated tornado on the ground. Are you still seeing it, the debris signature?
Yes, unfortunately there is still a debris signature. It's pretty much over Old McIntosh Road, Sunset Road, and it's about to cross 49 shortly. So if we can get that camera to kind of pan, I guess, probably to the south a little bit.
So we need to go, is it going to go south of this camera?
Yes.
It's
pretty much going to cross 49 to the south like you're going towards, or north towards McGee, I'm sorry.
Okay, north. Okay.
North towards McGee, I'm sorry.
All right, so we got it. We're looking on a north side camera of this right now. Conditions, we're starting to see windy conditions right now. And again, we're looking on the horizon for this tornado. And again, it is producing damage on the west side of Collins at the moment. So we're going to stay with this until they either lose internet for this camera or they lose power, whichever comes first, because that's probably going to happen here. I'm still not seeing anything definitive at the moment with this, but this is sometimes how it is when you're trying to find stuff on camera. If we were to walk away from this shot, it would appear
It probably needs to be pointed a little bit towards north.
So it's now going just to the north of the camera. So what I'm seeing here now is with this, we're starting to see some of these trees sway a little bit. It may be directly at the camera by now. So it may be just going due north of the camera. So we're still watching this very carefully at the moment, and we'll see what they'll do. But the MDOT has it kind of panned at where it should be right now. Winds are picking up at the moment, and I'm gonna tell you, this is not where I would want to be right now.
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't think those people realize how close they are to a tornado, because
I really don't think they know.
If it was me, I would be doing some illegal things right now at that red light to get away from it, because this is not a situation you need to mess around with. We still have a debris signature. Is the debris signature still as apparent, Riley?
It's not as apparent, but I'm still getting a pretty decent debris signature. It'll be crossing into the Salem community probably within just a couple of minutes. So
Okay.
if we kind of go up towards, if you live anywhere near 1 Mile Drive, Salem Church Road, Cagle Road, Salem School Road, of course, Jones Chapel Road, Roscoe McDaniel Road.
Okay, so it is at the, I just saw it pop up. It is at the, it is now crossed 49. It has already crossed just north of that camera. But it is at the industrial park. So the Collins Industrial Park,
Yes.
Where the big mill is, the big silos for Sanderson Farms. That's where this is right now. And it is about to cross over William Warren Road, Salem Church Road, Swamp Road. And again, this is just past to the north of Collins, and so we're still watching this at the moment. But again, tornado crossing 49 at the moment. Are there any other rotation reports? I know we've been talking about Collins. The one that went through Bay Springs has since weakened and is no longer on the ground. It lifted before it got to Bay Springs. That's some good news. But the rotation with it would be up near the Lewin community now, but even that is looking very iffy at this point. So it appears that the storm of the hour is going to be this one in Collins right now. New tornado warning going downstream of the Covington County storm. So that'll be coming out. So we got a new tornado warning coming out. Nick, has the Weather Service in Jackson said Slidell said anything about those storms down there?
I know that they are monitoring a few things, but as of now, not only, of course, I was talking about Washington Parish expiring, but they let the one up in Pike and Walthall. That tornado warning has since also expired. But basically, when it comes to days like this, right, when we were talking about the cycling, right, yes, there's no longer tornado warnings down there in southeast Louisiana, but as the weather continues to make its way from west to east or southwest to northeast, depending on what's going on here for that particular storm, we have to watch anything and everything carefully because of that ability for something to change from, say, being an ordinary severe thunderstorm to something that's maybe more than ordinary, your garden variety severe thunderstorm. And of course, when we're talking about things like this with southeast Louisiana, it's not that far away. You can see we've got a big picture here. All of our warnings are, according to the radar here, everything is focused on the Pine Belt as of now, especially you can see some of that line there approaching from the west. So for now, all the warnings, all the activity is confined to the Pine Belt proper rather than any sort of areas approaching the Pine Belt as we speak.
Alrighty, so we're still watching it right now, and MDOT has swung that camera around. This is where we're going to be looking at, but again, this is now, it's rain wrapped, so we're not going to get a good appearance from it. But we're overlooking the Hardys right now. The tornado is now north of that location, so it's already passed to the north of Collins, which is a little bit of good news. But we still have that debris signature with it, although it is a lot smaller now as it gets ready to cross Salem Church Road. So this is moving northeast, and it's continuing to do so at a speed of about 45 to 50 miles per hour. The Weather Service has just issued a new tornado warning. This is going to include northwest corner of Jones County, northern Covington County, and Smith County until 3:15. Again, this will be downtown Taylorsville. And Brandon, has the newsroom heard anything from Taylorsville when that other tornado just went right over to downtown? Have we heard anything come out of Taylorsville or from the Smith County EMA? Okay, so I have not heard any information, and hopefully that no news is good news, but I fear that no news is down power lines and no way of communicating out so far. So we are looking right now, and again, this area of rotation with this storm is down near Hot Coffee or near Salem and moving northeast still at about 45 miles per hour. There are trailers. Is that what? In Taylorsville? Okay, so we're getting reports of mobile homes damaged in Taylorsville. We're working to get more information on that. Obviously, we can't send a crew there because we're in an active tornado situation. But first, we're trying to get some information out of Taylorsville, but we don't know the scope of the damage that has happened there. But if you are in Taylorsville, you need to remain in your safe spot right now, because this is we got another tornado warning, another confirmed tornado heading your way, and it's heading towards Taylorsville. And Nick has something.
I do want to add some of the rotation appears to be tightening up there east of Lewin in Jasper County. So we're going to have to watch that sort of area with Jasper County very carefully as well, in addition to the ongoing storms that just passed just north of Collins there at the 4984 interchange.
Yeah, and that's the storm that you were just talking about right there behind you, Nick, and you can definitely see how it is tightening up. So
yeah, you can see the brighter colors there. We look for these couplets, right? We look for these brighter colors. I know that earlier when we were taking a look at all of those circulations, not only in southeast Louisiana, but in the Pine Belt, we look for a lot of these bright colors that sort of dance with one another. And when they do, this is definitely something that is cause for concern, because if you have any sort of couplets or any sort of winds that are tightly inbound and sort of correlated with one another, for lack of a better term, this is going to be something that can cause concern. So we have to watch and see whether or not this continues to tighten up, because it certainly has the attention of not only us, but the National Weather Service with all of these ongoing storms. We have to make sure that we stay on top of any storm that is rotating. That goes for a lot of different storms today, folks. So you notice here with these tornado warnings, they will be rotating. These storms will have varying degree of periods in their life cycle where they're either more potent or less potent, but regardless of less potency or more potency, it really cannot be stressed enough that reading the radar, sticking with us to make sure until this nasty weather is away, we're not going to be done. We are far from out of the woods, at least as of now.
All right, let's go ahead and go to some video. This is from Colton Jones. I don't know a lot about this video, but this right here, it appears to be debris in the sky. Brandon and Sarah, where did you say this was from again? So this is from White Sand in Jasper County.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. All right. All right. So that right there is debris falling out ahead of the thunderstorm. And remember, I talked about the ham radio operator who was seeing that. So that's what it looks like. That is houses. Most likely, that is debris from Tylertown that is falling out ahead of this. So, this is the kind of situation that we're looking at here. So, again, we're getting video in. I'm seeing some pictures on Twitter as well of some of the large tornado that may have just went through Taylorsville. And speaking of which, we just got off the phone with the Smith County Sheriff's Department. Taylorsville has a lot of debris. Taylorsville has been hit very hard. The Smith County Sheriff is heading there now. We don't have any reports of injuries or fatalities at this time, and we hope it stays that way. But again, Taylorsville was hit hard. That's all we know at this point. We know that there have been some trailers damaged, and we know there's a lot of debris in the city of Taylorsville, but we don't know anything else beyond that. First responders are trying to work their way into town right now, but again, they're also having to deal with the other cell, which is nearby, that is hampering this situation again. In fact, they're probably having to shelter in place right now from this one area that we were watching. Now, I will say this. The tornado which touched down near Collins earlier is right at the county line. It is lifted at this moment, and so it is lifted. And I can tell you that. So it's not on the ground at this exact moment, but the supercell has been cycling, and so it may not stay that way. But Taylorsville is about to be hit again. But again, we're still waiting on word to come out of Taylorsville, and it's going to be a little bit slow to get anything out because, again, first responders who are trying to help, you don't need them getting hurt and trapped and needing more first responders. You don't need how much can a tow truck tow if a tow truck could tow situation. So, they're having to kind of be they're having to kind of be very skillful in their resources deployment right now because of the tornado that is near them right now, the area of rotation. One thing I want to do right now, let's go ahead and do this because it is almost 2 o'clock. I want to just quickly give everybody a reset of what is going on. So right now, the city of Hattiesburg, you're fine. The city of Laurel, you're fine. Purvis, Waynesboro, New Augusta, you're fine. Everything has been confined basically in the western half of our viewing area so far. We've had 2 reports of tornadoes touching down and doing damage near Tylertown earlier. Both of those moved northward into extreme northern portions of Marion County, and they produced damage there near Morgantown and Red Bluff. They then moved into Jefferson Davis County, one crossing near Carson, the other one near Bassfield, and then we saw one it weakened once it moved to Collins, and then it tightened up as it moved into Taylorsville. That's this one here, and this was the first storm that popped up. It went directly, large tornado went directly over Taylorsville. Now that's north of town. The second rotation fell apart as it came to Bay Springs. But now we're watching a third area of rotation down towards the south and west. And again, this one is just radar indicated at the moment. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tornado warnings in our viewing area at the moment that we are actively covering. We have 3 people here, and so we are having to kind of split time between all of these. We are working to do our best, but we've had at moments where we've had to focus specifically on certain ones because of large tornadoes or significant debris signatures. So we are by no means done. We are by no means near done, and this is going to be something that's just going to continue for the next several hours here. Again, this has been training supercells so far, and then we still have to have all of this move through the Pine Belt later today, and so it's going to be a while before we clear this out of here, unfortunately. And I see that Nick has something that he wants to say from the Weather Service chat.
Yes, we do. Some of the ham radio operators there up in Laurel, they're reporting damage in Taylorsville. I know we were talking about trying to diagnose everything, see if we could get some word from them, but basically according to what we have right now, a few homes and of course Taylorsville High School, they have all taken damage. That involves Taylorsville proper, right there in the heart of town. And of course we're also watching now, we have a TDS, a tornadic debris signature there east of Montrose. So we're watching Jasper County and areas like Lewin there very carefully as well. So a very busy day here. Things continue to evolve as they make their way eastward. It's one after the other for this particular day right here. You can see that everything continues to stream in as we look at it in real time, guys.
Yeah, and I'm looking at that. That's a very small debris signature, but it is apparent, and it does match up with where the rotation should be. So this, of course, is just east of Montrose, and it's actually in a much more rural part of Jasper County. So it's east of 15, east of Montrose. Right now, this is that debris signature, starting to get bigger now. It's crossing County Road 20 and County Road 15611. You gotta love their 5-digit county road numbers out there. I'm sure that sign is just stretched as wide as it can be to fit 5 numbers on there, but you get the idea. County Road 15611 and County Road 20 are under the path of the storm, and this is moving north, so County Road 5414, and eventually this will be coming up towards 504, State Road 504, up into the northern part of Jasper County. So again, tornado on the ground in northern Jasper County, now north of County Road 20, and it's near County Road 15611 near Montrose. Back down towards the south, I'm looking to see, no, that's not.
But there's still a little bit of rotation here.
There's still a little bit of rotation, but that little peak is not matching up with debris. It doesn't match up, so that's not a debris signature. That is the telltale, folks. Sometimes people ask, how can you tell? It literally looks like blobs. Well, they have to match up the red and the blue have to be tight at the same area that that debris signature is at, and that is not correlating. So we're not seeing a correlation there. But we still have tight rotation over Taylorsville. Again, we are working to get information. Nick just said that the Taylorsville took a direct hit. We do not know what is going on in Taylorsville, but we do know that the Smith County Sheriff is on his way to downtown Taylorsville to aid in rescues. And we've also been told that Taylorsville High School, the Tartars, have taken a direct hit. Is that was correct, right, Nick?
So the high school did get hit.
So there are reports of damage at Taylorsville High School. We are working to get some information out of the area. Quickly, if you can, if you have service in these areas that have been hit, send us a picture so we can at least know what's going on at the moment. So open up the WDAM 7 First Alert Weather app, scroll down to the bottom and click the button that says submit your pictures. You can send in pictures of damage or video of damage, and we can get them on air by you sending them in that way. But again, we don't have a lot that's coming out of Taylorsville right now. We don't know how many people have been injured. I'm presuming that there are going to be injuries in Taylorsville. And hopefully there are no fatalities. We don't have any words saying that there are, but it's definitely not good. So Taylorsville took a direct hit with these storms, and unfortunately we are not done. We still have other tornado warnings that we're watching at the moment, but none of them have any debris signatures off towards the west.
The one in near Montrose has gotten a pretty decent debris signature now.
Yeah, I see that now. Yeah, this is going to be a tornado on the ground. This is going to be a smaller tornado, but it is a tornado on the ground. And this one's kind of been moving north. So here is the county line. This is the northern county line with Newton County and Jasper County. So here's 2414. Here's County Road 5 or State Road 504. And again, this is moving kind of northeast. So it's about to cross over County Road 2414 as it continues to move up towards the north. But we do definitely see tight rotation there. The rotation itself is not as strong as I would like to see, but it's definitely producing a tornado in that area, because that is definitely clear as day that you have something ongoing right there. So we're still watching this situation, and again, a tornado on the ground in northern portions of Jasper County at the moment. This is moving due north at this time. So we're continuing to monitor everything that is going on here.